Okay, so are you ready to really dive into today's news?
Always up for a good deep dive. What are we looking at today?
Well, I've got Google News pulled up here. Figure we can kind of treat it like the front page.
I like it. Gives us a snapshot of what's happening right now.
Exactly. And it's Wednesday, October 9th, by the way, in case anyone's lost track of time. But yeah, the goal here isn't just to summarize the news. It's more like we're here to point out the really interesting stuff and give it some context.
Because anyone can read a headline. Right?
Exactly. We want to know the why behind it all. And speaking of big news, first up, we've got Hurricane Milton. They are not messing around down in Florida. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm seeing evacuation orders everywhere. AP, Weather Channel, even WFLA down there, they're all over it.
It's like a ticking clock situation, you know? Makes you think about how these extreme weather events are becoming more and more frequent.
It's scary, honestly. And it really highlights what scientists have been saying about climate change. Like, there was a study, I think it was in Nature Climate Change, just last month, found a direct link between rising ocean temperatures and hurricane intensity.
So the warmer the water, the stronger the storm.
Exactly. And we see those effects play out more and more these days, unfortunately.
It's pretty sobering when you put it like that. But okay, shifting gears completely here. Did you see that 3 scientists just won a Nobel Prize for using AI to, get this, predict and create proteins?
I did see that, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Huh.
That's some serious cutting-edge stuff right there.
I mean, CNN, the New York Times, even CBS Chicago, they're all going kind of wild about it. What do you think this means long term?
Oh, it has huge implications for so many fields. Medicine especially, right? Imagine being able to create custom treatments for diseases. We're talking about cancer, Alzheimer's, anything, really.
Wow. It's like science fiction is becoming reality right before our eyes.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
On a bit of a heavier note, though, things are escalating quickly between Israel and Lebanon.
Yeah, I was just reading about that. The BBC is reporting Hezbollah rocket attacks. And apparently the UN has a quarter of Lebanon under evacuation orders right now.
It's a really complex situation, and it's easy to get caught up in the immediacy of it all. But I think it's important to remember that this conflict has really deep roots.
Absolutely. It's about so much more than just what's happening right now. You have to look at the historical context, the power dynamics, the fight for land and resources, all of it.
So much to consider. It's a lot to take in, even just from these few headlines, right?
It really is. It goes to show that in a world that's just overflowing with information, it's not just about knowing what's happening, but choosing what to really pay attention to. Each one of these headlines is like a thread you could pull on, you know?
That's a good point. So what thread are you going to pull on today?
That's the question, isn't it? What about you? What really stood out to you today?
Honestly, that AI and proteins thing, that one has me thinking.
Yeah, I can see why. The future's coming at us fast.
It really is.